welcome back to my channel. She Plans, She Budgets. In today's video, we're going to close out my budget for the month of November. So let's get started. Alright, so right now we are opened up to the calendar view for the month of November. The last video we had together was my week 4 check-in, which was from the 22nd through the 28th. As we can see, for my week 5, it's just 2 days. And for both days, I did just spend out of my personal spending category. And I purchased lunch at work both days. The first day was for $8 and the second day was for $13.15. And again, that was just for lunch at work. So I'm just going to go ahead and check these two off. And then all the other days we did already talk about in my weekly check-ins. As we can see, I did a whole lot of spending this month, mainly because it was my boyfriend's birthday. He turned 30 on the 17th. And then it was my birthday on the 27th, and I turned 20, or not 20, I was 31. And then we also had Thanksgiving as well as Black Friday with all the sales going on. So we definitely splurged this month in November, which turned out to be very, very expensive, but very, very worth it because it's just, you know, that time of the season. I also was able to make 2 debt snowball payments, which was great, save some money, and yeah, that's pretty much everything. The only downside is that I only had a total of 2 no spend days for the entire month out of 30 days, which is like unheard of. But again, it was a lot going on this month, so I'm not too sad about it. But the good news that I always like to mention is that there is 0 unbudgeted expenses going on. So that is always the goal, and that is always great when I can end the month in the positive. So nothing was over budget and there was no unbudgeted expenses. But again, I do think it's pretty funny that I only had 2 no spend days, but your girl had to shop because, you know, it's her birthday month, so there's that. Next is my daily expense tracker pages. So as you can see, I fill up the first page, which is normal. And then the second page, I got pretty low down here on the page, which is not normal. But again, because of it's my birthday month, it was Black Friday, Thanksgiving, I'm just going to give myself grace because almost utilized the whole second page. Okay, so here is my monthly budget page, and we're going to close this page out together. But first, I just wanted to look at week 5 for the weekly check-in portion. Okay, so for week 5, I just wanted to go over my numbers really quick. So as we can see, I didn't add anything for this week since it was only 2 days. And I do just want to show you guys that I did have a remaining amount in each category, and these amounts will get rolled over into December. So when we do my monthly budget closeout, I'm going to write those total amounts as spent, just because we're going to roll all of this over into December. So real quick, I just wanted to go over the first 3 categories out of my cash envelope fund, which is gasoline, groceries, and laundry, just to verify that those amounts are still in the envelope. And this A6 binder is from Amazon, which is linked down below. So the first category is groceries. Let me just move this over. So gasoline. So gasoline is supposed to have $80. So I have 20, 40, 60, and 80. And again, this is going to get rolled over into December. Now, the next category is groceries. And this should have $100. All right, 5,100. So this will get rolled over into December. All right, and then the last cash envelope is laundry, and this should have $10, and it does, and that will get rolled into December. All right, so the next is my sinking funds, and we will go over these in my sinking funds on my sinking funds page. So one moment for that. But then after that is my personal spending. So I only spent the $21.15 for the 2 days that I bought lunch at work. And so for remaining, I ended the month with $43.85. And that is a cashless envelope. So that is true for my bank account balance for personal spending. And I should say that was true as of the 30th because we're in December technically, and that number has decreased. So finally, for sinking funds, I'm ending the month off with $3,319, which is the exact same for week number 4. So that means that the values for week 4 right here that we last checked in for are still the same. But again, we will count these numbers once we look at my sinking funds page to close it out. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and look at the monthly numbers. Okay, so now for the monthly budget closeout. So first we're going to start with my income to close out my actual numbers. So I want to just flip over to paycheck number 1 to get that actual amount, which was $29.29 with 83 cents. All right, and then the total amount for paycheck 2 was $29.29 with 82 cents. So that gives me a total salary of $5,859 with 65 cents. And then for my YouTube paycheck, that was an actual of $110.60. So I'm just going to write that down, 110 with 60 cents. All right, so that plus YouTube. So I had a total of $5,970 with 25 cents to work with for the month of November. So taking a peek back at paycheck number 1 again, we see here that my fixed expense was for utilities of $201, and then for my variable expenses, these are the amounts that I had for each category. All right, and then flipping to paycheck 2, here are the numbers for my fixed expenses, the actuals, and then the numbers again for my variable expenses. Okay, and both paychecks had no unbudgeted numbers, which is great. So now just to plug in chug, everything for fixed goes as follows. Mortgage came in at $548 with 91 cents. Verizon was $120 with 41 cents. T-Mobile came in at $94.19. And then utilities is still fixed at $201. All right, so $548.91 plus $120.41 plus $94.19 plus $201. That means I had to spend a total of $964 with 51 cents for my fixed expenses this month. Now for variable, these changed a little bit from the expected as well. So gasoline was still at $80, but for groceries, instead of $3.50, I stuffed $5.50. For laundry, that did receive $30. For sinking funds, instead of $7.55, I actually stuffed an extra $35 in paycheck 2. So that was a total of $790. Personal spending received $500. And for a debt snowball, that was a total of $159.42. And if you recall my debt tracker video, which will be linked down below, in that video I did show you the 2 payments I made this month that total $159.42, which leaves me with a debt balance of $6,800. So that is so awesome. So let me add this up. 80 plus 550 plus 30 plus 790 plus 500 plus 159.42. So for variable expenses, I had a total of $2,109.42. So now for my budget breakdown for the month, taking my actual numbers for each category. So $59.70 with 25 cents minus $9.64 with 51 cents and minus $2,109 with 42 cents. And then again, unbudgeted was 0. And let's see how much I was able to save this month. $59.70, 25 minus $9.64, 51 minus $21.09, 42. So this month I was able to save $2,896 with 32 cents. And that is so awesome. So a little bit under the original expected amount, but that's okay because the money did go to good use. Again, this was an expensive month just because we had a lot going on, so no regrets here. Okay, so again, $2,896.32 was saved for the month of November. All right, so let's just go ahead and move on. So this page is done. This page is done. Paychecks 1 and 2 are complete. And now for sinking funds. Okay, so now for my sinking funds page, we do see that I did tally up all the numbers just to save time on this video. So basically what I do to close out my sinking funds is I just go through each transaction in my transaction log, plus whenever I need to use the sticky note, and that's just because I did a lot of transactions from spending, so you know I had to have some extra space. So what I do, I just go through everything, add it all up. I wrote it down here in red so that is clear on what I spent this month, and then subtract that from the starting balance plus what was added, subtract what I spent, and then I have the remaining balance. That should total $3,319. So that's what I did there. So now we're just going to verify with my sinking funds that these amounts are in their respective envelopes. So again, bringing out my clear binder and skipping to self-care. Self-care should have $20. And we see that there's a 20 in there. For pets, we should have $71. So 70 or 50, messing up. So 50, 70, and 71. So that is true. For car maintenance, I still have my $1,000 placeholder, so that is correct as well. For home projects, I should have $277. So 150, 250, 270, 275, 276, and 277. Okay. Both gifts and miscellaneous are empty, so those two are 0. And now moving on to my blue binder for the rest of my sinking funds, starting with subscriptions. This should have $110. Okay, so this is 50, 100, 105, and 110. So all there as well. Water bill should have $213. And it has 50, 100, 120, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 200, 205, 210, 211, 212, and 213. So that is good. Next is car insurance, and this should have $665. And this is almost due, so it won't be in this envelope much longer. And I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 650, 660, and 665. So all good there. Next is that's in grooming, and I should have 188. So 100, 150, 170, 175, 180, 185, 186, 187, and 188. Okay. After that is my birthday and my boyfriend's birthday. You guys already know that we both spent all of our birthday money, so those two envelopes are empty and they have been moved to the back. So the last envelope is Christmas, and that should have $775. So let's just verify. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700, 750, 770, and 775. So all there. Okay, so the rest of these envelopes are inactive, so that is it for all of my sinking funds. And once all of that is totaled up, that should equal the $3,319. And when you add them up across, it should still equal the $3,319. So everything is accounted for. Okay, and then the last page in my budget book is my debt tracker. We did already look at this to know that my balance is $6,800 for my final debt, which is my student loan with Great Lakes, loan number 5. So as we can see here, I did go from $89,025.29 in debt, and now I owe $6,800, which means I paid off $82,225.29, which makes me 92.4% paid off. And I keep saying I can't believe I'm almost to the end, and I'm very, very close, and I can't wait till this is 100%. But I remember when I was looking at all of my Great Lakes loans as a whole, when it was still over $50,000 in debt, I just couldn't imagine how I would ever pay that off, if it would ever really happen, or if it was possible. But just through consistency, any amount I was able to throw towards debt, it all adds up, small or big. Snowflake payments, snowball payments. So anything you're able to do, it will all add up. And then with consistency and time, of course, you'll eventually see your debt dramatically go down. And when you review your numbers and look back, you're going to think to yourself, how did you do that? Like, where did the money come from? It definitely didn't grow on a tree in your backyard. So you did it. I did it. I'm just so proud of myself, and I again can't wait till it's all the way gone. So that is basically everything for this video. We closed out all of my numbers, so everything is all accounted for and it matches within the envelope, which is great. And my debts, my savings transfer matches my savings account, so all good there as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna flip you back to the calendar view. So like I said, everything is all accounted for, all numbers add up, it makes sense. I am ending the month off with 2 no spend days, but that is a-okay. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye.